Ba 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 ma. Ba 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 ma. Ba 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 ma. G'day folks, today I'm going fishing on the Murray River at Barmah. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now I'm just getting set up. I've got to re-rig the long rod. It's got a float on it and I don't want to use a float. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly get my janjuck worms out of my esky and I'm going to throw my running sinker rig in on a little stumpy rod so that I've got a line in the water while I'm setting up my other rod. Right, I don't know how far out to go. There's a fair bit of current, so I might just put this out just a little bit. I might just go just out there. How long does it take to sink? Oh, there's plenty of depth. I reckon that's probably in, 6 feet of water maybe. Now, while I'm setting this up, I'll just tell you what brings me to Barmah. Well, actually, I've been to Echuca. I've got some amazing friends, Peter and Glennis Hipwell, two of the most beautiful people you'd ever meet. I went over to Echuca today and I went to their church, the Echuca Church of Christ. I went to church with them this morning. I went back to their place for the most magnificent roast lamb for a Sunday roast. And on the way home, I decided I might go and fish. I brought my fishing gear because I was planning to fish at Boosey Creek near Catamatide on the way home. And then I drove over here this morning on the way in. I went in the back way to Echuca. And I thought, you know what, I might stop and fish the Murray on the way home. So I'm going to fish here at Barmah. I'll give it an hour or so. If I'm not catching any fish, I'll pack up and go to the Boosey Creek at Catamatide. Well, I just had a nibble on that other rod there then. Oh, there it goes. Haven't even got there. Where's my hook? He's on there and I've got this hook in my hand. Oh, I missed him. He's not on there. Quick, get this line straight back in. There's not a second to lose. I was only out about there somewhere. Alright, rod number 2, the long rod. It's got a paternoster rig. Same size sinker. I might cast this one down there a bit. Out about the same distance from the bank, but downstream a little bit, so that they hopefully don't tangle one another. Just had a bite on the long rod. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's on there, look. I missed the rod. I went to grab. I was in the middle of putting something in my pocket. He's still there. Got him. Is it a carp? That actually doesn't feel like a carp. If it is, it's only a real little one. That's a little something. What have I got? It's a little trout cod. Ha! I may catch one of them in Boosey Creek. Tiny little trout cod. See you later, trout cod. I've just thrown that worm off. It was really mangled. There was only a little bit left. But somebody asked me just recently in a comment, hey Robbie, can you give me some tips on fishing at Echuca? I've never fished at Echuca, which is only just downstream a little bit, same stretch of water. But my advice was just find somewhere to fish and throw a line in, and that's pretty much what I've done. I've just chosen a random spot. That was the first spot that I came across. I didn't drive up and down the river for ages looking for a good spot. I just drove in off that road up there. I think it was called Ferry Road or Ferry Lane. And then I turned onto River Road, I think it was called. Saw a spot that I could get to the water and just set up and threw 2 lines in with some worms on it. And that's all you got to do. Do the same thing at Echuca. Just find a sandbar. I did have a look at the river at Echuca. Just find, there seems to be a lot of sandbars along the banks of the river down there. Just find somewhere open where you can get to the water like this, then throw a couple of lines in with some worms on them. That's all you got to do. I've been at Barmah for less than 5 minutes and I'm already on the board. I just sent in my friend Pete, who I just visited this morning. Oh, another bite. A photo of the little trout cod that I just caught. This one's he got off. So this one's a bigger one, probably a carp, but kind of thankful it got off if it was a carp. I just sent a photo of my little trout cod to Pete. Come on, getting a bite here on the stumpy rod. And got him. There's a bigger fish. Oh, it's getting carpy looking. Might not be. It is, I think. I'm kind of hoping it might have been a yellow belly, but I'm pretty sure it's a carp. Come up here, mate. I need to go down there and tangle up with my other rod. Bit of grass on my line here that I'll get off. Bigger than I thought. Might be the one that jumped out there before. Ha! Gotta keep my eye on my other rod here. Seems to be a bit of a high risk area to have a rod pulled in, I think. Come on. I didn't bring my landing net because the bank's nice and flat. I thought it's one less thing I have to carry down if I don't need it. I'll drag him up the bank and kill him. Kill him dead. This rock in the fire will do the job. Right, I'm not going to worry about a photo because he's very dirty. He wasn't cooperating. Carp number 1. Versus rock, but you don't see the next bit. Flies are annoying me. Righto. 1 carp, 1 blue nose. That's what the old timers used to call trout cod. Blue nose. 1 blue nose cod. Here we go. We're getting a bite on the paternoster rig here. Got him. What have I got? Doesn't feel very big. Doesn't feel like a carp. It's another little trout cod, I think. It is too. It's a little bit bigger than the last one though. I'll get a photo. If I can find where I put my phone. Trout cod number 2. See you later, mate. In case you're wondering why I'm throwing it, it's very shallow just here. You can see there's flooded, but then there's a ledge just there where it looks like it drops off. So I'm just throwing it out into the deeper water so that he doesn't hit his head on the dirt. This Asian gentleman up here is looking at me. I think he thinks that I'm talking to myself. Now, I said I'd give this spot about an hour. It's been an hour now, but I think I'll just sit here for another half an hour or so. I'm just enjoying myself. I want to be fishing closer to home at sunset because I've got to get up early tomorrow morning, so I'll give it another half an hour and then I'll head over to the Broken Creek. Old mate's hooked up. Right, well, I've given this spot an hour and a half and I've really enjoyed it here, but I think it's time to move on. I'm going to head over to a spot that I know and love, and that is the Broken Creek. This spot looks alright. I'll try here for a while. I've driven past this spot a few times. That's Broken Creek, and this is just an outfall from a channel behind me on the other side of the road. There's water coming out of the channel into Broken Creek here. Surely this has got to be a bit of a hot spot. This isn't where I was intending on fishing, but I've come over here just with the basics. I'll throw a couple of lines in and just give it half an hour or so and see if I get any bites. I'm on quite a steep bank here, so I'm just going to sit on the ground. I've got a spot in mind where I've caught yellow belly in the past on the Broken Creek upstream, but I I just reckon it's worth trying here, even just for a little while. It's all part of the adventure. Well, the running sinker can just go over there. Gee, that tree must be clean. The way the water's just belting into it. I've got to put this one together yet. You might hear a few cars behind me. I'm right next to the road here. Rightio, Mr. Paternoster, you can go out a bit further. Let's see how this spot goes. My long rod's... Oh, there's a nibble on the stumpy rod. Can I say my long rod's moving? It looks a bit like a yabby bite, but then I had a nibble on the stumpy rod. What's happening with this long rod? Well, there goes me Stumpy. There goes Stumpy again. Look, Stumpy's got a fish on it. Got him. That's got to be a carp, I reckon, be the bite like that. If it's a yeller, it's going to be a good one. Yeah, it's a carp. As expected. The broken creek can turn into a bit of a carp fest from time to time, but I have caught some nice yellow belly here over the years. Little one and a dark one, and he's in the net, ready to be put to death. Sentenced to the death penalty. Well, just turned around and this other rod was getting a bite. I just killed that carp. There it goes. I just killed that carp. Got him. I just killed that carp, and then oh, he got off. Well, I got a real quick glimpse of it, and it was a much more silvery colour. I'm kind of hoping it might have been a yellow belly, but I'll never know. I put that mangled worm back on and put it straight back out. There's not a second to lose again. And then I'll put a fresh worm on the running sinker rig. Then I might reel it in and put another worm on it. It's all happening. Right. Put that back out where it was, about level with that tree. Put it on this side of that fast current. And I might just put a fresh worm on this long rod. I saw the fish. The carp that I caught was really dark. And when I saw this one here, it was a really bright silvery colour. There's a chance it could have been a yellow belly, I reckon. I'm not saying it was. There's probably a greater chance that it was a carp. But there is a chance it could have been a yellow. Go on the Paternoster rig here. Come on, and missed him. Wasn't a bad bite, that. Here we go, Stumpy. Stumpy's getting a nibble. Ooh, ooh. Got him. Oh, it feels carpy. Let me at least have a look if I'm going to lose it. I think it is a carp. I was watching my other rod, so I was getting a bite on the long rod. Yeah, it's another carp, and it's dark. The fish that I lost before was definitely a really silver colour. The first thing I noticed is a real silvery colour, which yellow belly tend to get in these dirty waters. Oh well, bum. Another one bites the dust. Carpio number 2 from this spot, and number 3 all up. Right, I've been casting this one just this side of the rapids, but about level with that tree. I'm going to check this other line here. I had a bite. When that fish I just caught bit, I was actually watching this rod because it was getting a nibble. Here we go. Come on. Got him. Putting a very big bite. Please, oh, it's a carp. Just about to say, please be a yellow. I can tell straight away it's a carp. Oh, he got off. That's actually not a bad thing because that was quite a big fish. I think that was a really big fish. I'll put that back in for a few seconds, then I'm going to head upstream. I'm going to go to my third and final spot in about 5 minutes. Go. And, God, oh, done him. My drag's too loose. I'll tighten my drag up a little bit. Oh, I broke my hook off. Well, that fish broke my hook off, I was going to put another one on and put it out for a minute, but they're in the car. I didn't even bring my tackle down. I just came down with my rods and my worms. So I'm going to pack up. Then I'm going to go up to the next spot and rig up both rods by the looks of it. Right, I've made it to the spot that I want to fish until dark on the Broken Creek up near Catamatite. I've caught a yellow belly in this spot. I've got quite a few carp and one nice yellow belly, and I've also caught quite a few yabbies. So I've got some yabby nets with me. If I can catch a carp in the first half an hour or so, I'll cut it up and put it in the yabby nets and just see if I can catch a yabby. I literally just re-rigged these 2 minutes ago and I've already got them tangled. Right. Right, rod number one, the long rod with the paternoster, can just go down there on the downstream side of the tree, and this one can just go out here. Just that in front of me there. Just had a definite bite on the stumpy rod then. I was actually just about to go and get my jumper out of the car. It bit twice. It was a definite bite. I've had a couple of nibbles that I thought might have been nibbles, but that was a definite. About time. The other two spots I fished straight away, bites, but here nothing. I don't know whether it's the change of location or the change of weather. Like, it's been quite a mild day with a northerly wind, and just pretty much since I got here, the wind has swung around and coming from the south. It's stronger, it's colder, and I don't know whether that's why the fish aren't biting or whether it's just the change of location. There's something's pulling on that there now, look. There it goes. Got him. Finally got some bait for me yabby net, unless it's a yellow belly. Is it a yellow? Or is it a carp? It's a carp. Finally got some bait. I'm going to put a yabby net in. You beauty. I'm going to net it, just in case it gets off, because I really want to put a yabby net in, or two. Beauty. I might just put this back in. Is that the wind or is it the bite? I think it's the wind. Might just put this back in, just because I'm not getting many bites. I'll just lob it. I got my shirt because still got the same worm on it and everything, but I'll just put it back in as it is, just while I set up a couple of yabby nets. Can you hear me, phone? My alarm's going off to publish my video tonight. And I've got hands covered in dead fish and slime and carp guts. Gee, I love this bucket. Righto, video number one. Righto, my video is published and net number one can just go in here. Righto, net number two can go just here. Whoops, what sort of throw was that? Mr. Magoo could have thrown it better than that. And net number three can go in up here, in between that fallen tree and all these tree roots and stuff. I was starting to get a bit disheartened about this spot because I hadn't had a single bite, and I've been here for probably 45 minutes, nearly an hour. Anyway, 3 yabby nets are in. I'm not expecting much. I think the water might still be too cold, but I caught one here and a bunch of worms about a month ago. And I've had a couple of small nibbles today that could have possibly been yabbies on my worms, so if I'm lucky I might get a yabby. Right, let's check the nets. My guess is that I'm going to catch just one yabby between 3 nets. I think it's still too early, but it's worth a try. And I've got a shrimp. I can only barely say he fell out. There he goes. Well, I caught a shrimp. That's a sign. That's a start. I'm glad I didn't leave it any later. Oh, here it is. Can't even see the second net. And can't see any yabbies or any shrimp. Oh, this is the risky net. This is the one that I put in amongst the snaggy area. Hopefully it's not snagged. Well, it's not snagged, but has it caught anything? Can't see anything. Snagged now on the way up. Nothing. So I caught one shrimp in my yabby nets. Folks, I've just had an amazing day today. It's just been a great day. I want to give a big shout out to Peter and Glennis Hitwell for their hospitality and the magnificent roast lamb that I had for lunch. The fishing was not as good as I thought it would be in this spot, but the other spots it was alright. It was great exploring a couple of new spots. I've just had a wonderful day. Thank you all very much for watching.